true honor today, one of the legends of wrestling, Tommy Dreamer, House of Hardcore, this weekend, Saturday night. Tommy, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
What is House of Hardcore all about, in your opinion, if you got to really pin it down?
House of Hardcore is just a cool name for, which was associated with me with hardcore wrestling, but it's, hardcore wrestling has kind of been pushed as blood and guts with WWE, but it's just passion, and it's giving everything that you can for the men and women that go out there and do it, and basically for the fans. It's putting your body on the line to entertain people.
Saturday night, bell time, 7 o'clock. I know you have some pre-stuff before that. You are taking on a mystery partner in a mixed tag match?
Yes.
How do you prepare for a mystery partner? I've always wondered about that.
You prepare for anything. It's pro wrestling. Come on now. You sit in this seat. You don't know how your guests are going to be. But I got the beautiful Mickie James in my corner, so I'm going to make her do all the work. You know, it's all about the Divas Revolution they talk about, so she's going to be doing it. And mystery partners are, as a promoter and as a wrestling fan, as you and I have discussed, I always loved going to events and then seeing someone who wasn't supposed to be there. And that's kind of my reward to the fans who are coming to the event of, hey, you paid for this, but I got you this, and I got you this. And I reached into my cell phone of a litany of surprises who are going to be there because it's my debut show, and I've had a long history of, you know, from ECW coming to the Milwaukee area, and, you know, just also growing up a wrestling fan, you know, of the AWA, NWA. This is a great wrestling town, always has been. So I'm going all out and for this show.
'Tis the Christmas season, so Tommy Dreamer bringing gifts to the Waukesha area. I love it.
Always.
And it is Crusher country, so you got to have a cage match, right? And we're going to see some crazy stuff in that cage match.
In that cage match, my buddy Dave Hero, he's in there with Al Snow, who always has that crazy head with him, against the Monster Abyss and Damon Nelson, and those two guys, they have their own little talk show as well. And when I tell you, it's almost like Kelly and Michael Strahan behind the scenes. They have a lot of angst towards each other. And so I said, guys, just go out there, beat the hell out of each other in the cage. I'm happy with it. You have a monster. The other guy has a fake mannequin head. So go out there and kill each other. I don't care. The fans will love it, so I love it too.
If it's hardcore, are we going to see chairs? Are we going to see tables? Are we going to see some crazy, maybe even blood? Possibly.
Well, if people bleed, yes, they will continue to bleed, but hopefully that match will end shortly. But, you know, I also do have kind of family friendly. I'm a dad. I have to get a little less crazy as I get older. I have daughters, and, you know, there's usually, I never have any cursing or, you know, like I've said off camera, my greatest memories and everything I have is from professional wrestling. I can remember going to WrestleMania 1. I could remember going to wrestling with my father. I want those memories that I've got to experience, you know, with my dad for other people, and give people, like you said before, moments. And those moments, wrestling fans are the greatest eclectic mix. And I say we are a family, a dysfunctional family.
Right.
But we are a family of crazy, crazy fans that just love professional wrestling.
You always have that crazy uncle or crazy cousin, and I always get it, Tommy, where there was an ECW show at the Rave 16, 17, 18 years ago. We were reminiscing. People still talk about that show.
Well, ECW was a whole other time, but and it was those moments where people will still talk about something like, and now too, I also see it where a lot of people act like they were at the show, but it's just, you know, it's passed down through the generations. I was there. I was like,
it's like the Ice Bowl.
Yeah.
A million people were there.
I was like, well, that building only holds about 3,000, so I've probably been talked about through 10,000 people who were there. But yes, but those memories were amazing for me, and I just kind of just want to give back to the business that I love, that, you know, give those memories and create those moments for the fans as well.
Forgive me, because a lot of times when the word legend comes up, it means a person is, you know, past or whatever. You are still doing it and doing it at a high level. But what is it like to be a hardcore legend? People still bring up your name and still want to see you and talk about you.
I'm blessed about that. You know, recently WWE asked me to go back, but I can't give up on myself or my own promotion. And I just went back 2 weeks ago. We did a whole thing about ECW. It's great. I don't ever want to be competition with WWE. I'm a big fan. I watch every Monday. I watch every Tuesday. I just want to show my vision of professional wrestling. And being a hardcore legend, it's just, this is all I've ever wanted to do since I was 9 years old.
Wow. And
the fact that I'm still able to do it, I've had so many injuries, but I feel really, really good. The only time I don't feel good is when I fly. And but besides that, man, this is still my dream. I'm holding on to it as long as I can, because I know one day it's going to end. And that's why I'm also helping with the promotion and promoting side of it, so I can continue, at least from my mind, show people like, hey, this is pro wrestling and this is what I love. Vern Gagne went out there and did it for a long, long time. Absolutely. And crazy Vince McMahon still goes out there every once in a while. which is sad because he's 72 years old and he's better shape than me, but I don't have his walk yet, but I'm going to work on that. The more successful my company becomes, I'm going to be able to walk like Vince McMahon. For
certain people who work the 9-to-5 world, they always have, you know, like a coworker that they can't get along with, or a boss, or certain things, meetings that you can't get out of. Any House of Hardcore rules that apply to everyday life? Like, is there anything in the squared circle that you can apply to the 9-to-5 guy?
That is a fabulous question. Here's the real deal. Some of my guys and men and women have real jobs. I know myself, my friend has a construction company that actually gave him money to start his company with a long, long time ago. Sometimes during the week, I'll be out flagging for him because he's shorthanded, and he'll be like, hey, you could wear a hat, you know, and I was like, dude, I love this job. This is awesome. Right. Except for dodging cars in New York. That's pretty crazy. We are, for me, the greatest lesson I've ever learned, wrestling is a lot like life. We are going to get knocked down a lot of times, but you got to keep on getting up and keep on fighting. Life is hard, and for me, this is my release and my way. Let's forget about the society for a second, and for 3 hours, I'm going to take you on the greatest rock and roll journey of your life. You're going to cheer, you're going to cry, you're going to yay, you're going to boo, and that's kind of what, you know, I want professional wrestling to be.
There are certain meetings, Tommy, that I equate to last man standing matches. So I think that, you know, the survival skills in wrestling do apply to real life.
I can never, I don't know how I would fit in the real world. I started my company based upon our slogan is no politics, no BS, just wrestling, and that's what I want. We're not curing cancer, we're not splitting the atom. We are professional wrestling. We're an entertainment company, and I just want you to be entertained.
Tommy, I'm looking forward to it on Saturday night. People love wrestling in these parts. Good luck.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Tommy Dreamer joining us right here. Thanks for watching on today's TMJ4.